Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm doing some more videos about spirit animals. Okay, a lot of spirit animals been coming to me lately. Okay, insects and all. Now this like some kind of, I thought it was a fucking spider that was flying, and I ain't got time. Me and my baby outside chilling, and it's like a lot of spiritual shit been coming to us lately. You know what I'm saying? So I guess, but I don't know. But I thought it was a spider. You know me and we both running and shit from it. I think my dad killed it, but it came back though. It was black and white and it's like a fucking spider. But they said it was a mosquito. Then he said it was a spider. They said it's a daddy long leg, and a daddy long leg is a spider. But and I think they do jump though. But they was like flying. Okay, but anyway, it is called phantom crane fly. And it also is called Ptychopteridae. Okay, it's black. The legs is black and white. Okay, I don't think it was a spider. I think it was like that mosquito. You see, we gonna see though. See, it say representational creature denotation of a crane fly, which is also treated as parasite hawks or as daddy stretched legs. Deals with reason, creativity, equilibrium, introspection, stability, resourcefulness. Crane flies are such living things that are related both with water and air. Firstly, space in terms of air has some mysterious representations that deal with considerations and thoughtfulness. On the other hand, water has a symbol which deals closely with our feelings and reactions. Whenever crane flies or some other creatures of these types appears in our understanding, we commend some reckless moments, but sometimes they also notify the unusual combination in between our methodic intelligence and our wistful types of feelings. Parasite hawks and the crane flies are considered to be harmless. They pass their lives ordinary, searching for one food source to another food source. Their target of food source did not become human or animal. Somewhere they go for the nectars. It makes me to consider about the inventiveness characteristics of crane flies. They loosely lose to consume resources from the ground. They do not involve them invading or damaging the other beings in order to expand their life. Crane flies do this with utilization and consume only that part they require to survive. Like the most other insects, crane flies mainly have one reason in life, and that is to survive. Survive by reproduction. It may be a representational meaning to lose our living period in this world intelligently. We have to be aware about whatever we perform to survive in this world and have to be caring to the others in its life cycle. The crane flies teach about the real meaning of life to us. This period of life that we have got presently is enough to give our best effort to achieve success and to show the world what men can do with their intelligence, patience, vision, desire, and admiration. Crane fly shows up as a spirit guide when you need change in your life, you need to understand astral travel, you need new knowledge, you need to see all things associated with secrets. I mean all that shit, like for real, I need all these. And you need to balance your life. Like my life I'm happy, I have to be honest. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm happy. Okay. Call on crane fly. I'm not gonna call on. I don't call on these spirit animals though. I ain't gonna cap. I don't do that. I don't call. They just come. Call on crane fly as a spirit guide when you need to be majestic. You need to live in solitude. You need to be independent. You need to see all things associated with secrets. You need to be elegant. You need to lose your voice uniquely, and you need wisdom. Let's learn about the omens and spiritual meanings associated with crane flies. This creature is known by many names. They are often given the common name of mosquito hawk, but that isn't the only name they got in. Some people know them as daddy long legs. I heard that too. I heard that too. That's why I was like freaking out because I don't do insects. Regardless of what you call them, that's different. Regardless of what you call them, the crane fly convey a number of omens as well as nuance and complex spiritual meaning. Crane flies have this way about them, don't they? They sure do love to fly all up in your face, around your eyes and mouth. In fact, they might be the most bothersome flying critters to arrive every fall. It's easy to get frustrated with them for sure. But like all of Mother Nature creatures, they live, thrive, and suffer through life the same way we do. So naturally, they deserve our compassion and understanding. Does the crane fly have a message for you? And if you're reading this, then chances are you taking the bothersome crane fly's attention with a kind heart. Moreover, you felt an instinct that this insect has a message for you. I did, I ain't gonna lie, I did. That is, of course, an entirely personal matter. You can ask, does the crane fly have a message? But nobody but you can answer that. Sometimes it's just a bug buzzing around you, and sometimes it's an opportunity for contemplation and reflection. You decide, okay? Are crane flies a good omen or a bad omen? It's easy to mistake crane flies as a bad omen. This is because they stand for the arrival of autumn and the onset of winter. This means what they foretell the end of a period of abundance and the arrival of a tougher, more physically challenging period. However, it's important to remember that the mosquito hawk is also a strong symbol of transformation. Especially, you will receive an omen that no matter what challenges come your way, you will change forms to meet those challenges. You'll be okay. Crane, fly, bite, or sting, spiritual meaning. I mean, I don't know. I don't think it bit me though. But I did start itching though. But they say it's not a mosquito though. So I don't know. I don't know. So you wondering what the spiritual meaning of your crane fly bite or sting means? Well, if you have a crane fly bite or sting, then it's a miracle because they don't sting. In fact, despite having what look like stingers at the end of their bodies, yeah, crane flies are completely and utterly harmless. Whatever stung or bit you was not a crane fly. Despite being called mosquito hawks, by some they not mosquitoes, nor do they prey on mosquitoes. Don't fret though. There is a meaning to take from this. Crane flies look pretty fearsome, but they are harmless. This is about yourself and others around you. People might project a tough outer shell. In fact, they might even threaten violence, but the truth is they are incapable of harming you. That's important to remember. The crane fly comes to us to remind us not to judge a book by its cover. Some people can and will cause us harm, whether others are all about bark over bite. Reflect on how you judge people's character and decision you make about people you associate with. Is there room for improvement? Crane flies and transformation. Insects convey a broad message of transformation. This is because they share a common life cycle, i.e., they are born and exist in one form before entirely transforming into something else. While the classic example of this is the butterfly, from the cumbersome caterpillar to the beautiful butterfly. Bear in mind though, while the crane fly might not share the butterfly's conventional beauty, it still transmits the same message. You can totally change your life. So keep in mind this fall that when the crane fly shows up in your house, it's a major omen of transformation. Firstly, they are harboring a winter that changed from summer into autumn and then ultimately winter itself a transformation. The crane fly acts as a messenger for seasonal change. However, the transformational change the crane fly foretells could be less than literal. Sure, you might lose a bunch of weight and look entirely different, but it doesn't have to be that. Maybe the crane fly is predicting a major transformation in your career or love life. Symbol of moderation. Crane flies and butterflies have a few things in common. First of all, they both have a larger stage and then transform into flying insects. That isn't all though, because most species of crane flies don't eat during their adult phase. Some butterflies are like that too. They only eat while in their larval stage. This isn't where the similarities end. The few crane flies that do eat as adults just so happen to eat the same thing that adult butterflies do, nectar. What spiritual takeaway is there from this? Well, it's all about moderation. Refrain from consuming resources when you don't really need to. That is, don't be greedy. Who? Crane flies have to eat when they're young so they can grow up to be big, strong adult crane flies. This allows them to continue the cycle and bring more crane flies into the world. Consider yourself in your role in life. Think about what you do and don't need, and especially think about what is left for others. Freedom in the crane fly. It has to be considered. Crane flies can fly. It's in the name, whereas humans, on the other hand, cannot. As such, we tend to revere and envy the world's flying beings as symbols of freedom. You might think of a soaring eagle when you think of a flighted freedom, but a crane fly acts as a symbol of freedom too. What stands the crane fly apart from birds in terms of symbols of freedom is the fact that it earns its freedom. Birds come by flight early in their lives, and it's something they are born to do. Whether with crane flies, flight is almost an afterthought. Most of their existence in the larva, flightless form. They must first navigate their dangerous existence as little grubs before they earn the right to take to the sky. So the crane fly tells a very specific message that you must keep fighting for your freedom. And when you achieve it, appreciate it and put it to good use in helping others find their freedom too. Amen, I will. I like this part. Water and air. For many species of crane fly, their larval stages are critic. This is important in terms of spiritual symbolism because it means the crane fly represents both the water element and the air element. Moreover, the crane fly stands for the interaction and transformation between water and air. I got that from my new book. I feel like he's water and air. That's why I like it. I think water and air is a good combination if I way I'm looking at it. What are the elements of water and air all about? Well, let's start like the crane fly does in water. Elemental water represents a deeper feeling. It is the element of deep, profound emotions and the swelling of those emotions. Think of the rolling, powerful water of the ocean and compare that to the strongest emotions in your life, and you begin a good grasp of water. Meanwhile, air represents communication and the intellect required to create that communication. So naturally, the crane fly communicates a message that deep emotions must reach a chord with your intellect. When your emotions have been reflected upon so that you can uncover the fruit of those emotions and what you want to come from those emotions, then you'll be able to communicate with the important people in your life. You will find that if you spend time reflecting on your emotions and importantly, considering the intellect merit of those emotions, that your ability to communicate will increase. False symbolism. Just like moths, crane flies are drawn to light. As such, on dark nights, the front porch light of your house is pretty alluring to them. Even more attractive, though, is the brightly lit interior of your home. So naturally, crane flies comes inside. This desire to come inside your home increases with two factors: longer periods of darkness and lower temperatures. Do not go inside my house. At first, they just came out when it was dark, but I was on my phone though. And then it came out when the light came on. Okay, regardless of the science behind crane flies like to come inside when autumn arrives, the spiritual omen remains the same. Crane flies foretell the arrival of autumn and the looming, cold winter ahead. Therefore, the crane fly spirit let us know it is late in the day and the warm days are running out. That sounds pretty ominous, huh? Well, it doesn't have to be too literal or too negative. It simply lets you know that a cycle in your life is running out of time. at a time. That phase, whatever it may be, will soon end. This symbolism combines with their previous mentioned status as symbols of transformation. So not only is the mosquito hawk, as it commonly known, here to tell you that a phase is coming to an end, it's also here to tell you that you have the capacity to make the required transformation. That is, you can become who you need to be in the next phase of your life. Fragility of life. Speaking of the phases of life, the crane fly experienced a particular short life. Also, for anybody who had tried to kindly guide a crane fly out of their home and back into a natural environment, I ain't gonna lie, I did do that. I tried to push it away from me nicely though. Then you know they are extremely delicate. It's easy to break a ring or leg when trying to help them. As such, the crane fly, my dad, he did not. They ain't like they did have a little smell though after you kill them. Anyways, as such, the crane fly reminds us of our own delicate and tentacle mortalities. Moreover, the mosquito hawk is a symbol of the amazing value of life owing to its cakes and scalable fragility. You might be wondering how to apply the crane spirit advice about fragile mortality to your own life. Well, you can start by acknowledging where you are weak and practicing self-care relating to those points of weakness. If you are able, practice honoring and attend your care and compassion to those in your community also. What does it mean to see a crane fly in your house? Okay, just for the fuck of it. When the crane fly spirit enters your home, it brings a message of transition followed by transformation. It is a harbinger that winter will eventually visit your home in both a literal and metaphorical senses. This means that phases and cycles within your homes are entering their own autumns. Don't worry though, the mosquito hawk also stands for profound and effective transformation. This means that whatever comes your way, you transform to tackle the challenge and you be okay. What does it mean to see a crane fly in your window? Just for the fuck of it. A crane fly trapped in or banging against a window is a profound message concerning your personal freedom. All flying creatures symbolizes freedom. Typically, we think of birds, symbols, and spirits when we consider freedom. The soaring hawks and eagles of the world are the quintessential example. However, the crane fly represents a different type of freedom. Freedom that is hard fought for. So to see a crane fly trapped behind a window is to see your own freedom restricted. Dad, why you do that? Oh, fool. I was scared. I ain't gonna lie, I thought it was a spider. In order to receive blessing and gifts of personal freedom, employ the utmost of compassion and release the crane fly. Because when you give the crane fly its freedom, you are you are you are acknowledging the value of freedom and therefore will bring more freedom into your own life, okay? But there y'all go about this crane fly, okay? Hope y'all enjoy. I'm out. Peace, y'all.